Hello everyone, welcome back to Knock Knock Yaar Education, and I hope all of you are doing good. So today we will be doing a few practice questions on change of order of integration, and this is going to be the last session on the change of order of integration. So the first question that we have to do is, and all of you also try to practice these questions. The first question that we will do today is, the question says the value of the integral, your x is from 0 to infinity, y is from x to infinity, e raised to the power minus y by y dy dx is. So as you will see the integral, it is very clear that we have to integrate initially with respect to y, but we do not know how to integrate e raised to the power minus y by y. So what we will do? Ultimately we got to know that I have to change the order. It means this problem is from change of order of integration. What I'll do, I'll just write down the limit. This is your y is equals to x, and this is your y is equals to infinity. So as we have already discussed in the previous sessions, that this is your x is equal to 0, this is your y is equals to x. Though this line doesn't represent your x is equals to infinity, but still we considered it, and that's why I am drawing these lines as dotted lines. Fine. So our region is bounded between which lines? From x is equal to 0 to x is equals to infinity, then from y is equal to x to y is equals to infinity. So this is a region of integration. You can understand it with the help of the limits, that is from left to right and bottom to top. So what we have to do, we have to find out the limit of x in terms of y. Why? Because we have to change the order. We want to integrate initially with respect to x. So we will draw a strip which is parallel to what? Which is parallel to x axis. It is going from where to where? From x is equal to 0 to y. So what integral we will give after transforming this on applying change of order of integration? Your x is from 0 to y, and once you will move from bottom to top, y is going from 0 to infinity. And this is what we got, e raised to the power minus y by y, and this is going to be dx dy as we have changed the order. Now we will integrate initially with respect to x, so we will deal y as a constant. It is going to be from 0 to y, and this is your dy. So your y will get cancelled out. On integrating e raised to the power minus y, you will get minus e raised to the power minus y and y from 0 to infinity. Now you know that e raised to the power minus infinity is 0 and e raised to the power 0 is 1. Make sure I am repeating on this point again and again. अगर आपने e raised to the power 0 को 0 लिख दिया गलती से, तो आप देखो ऑप्शन में आपको 0 भी मिल रहा है और ऑप्शन में 1 भी है. तो अगर आपको 0 मिल रहा है और आपने लगा दिया ऑप्शन में, तो आपके नज़रिए से तो आपको लग रहा है कि हाँ, यू हैव डन इट राइट, बट दिस इज़ नॉट राइट व्हेंस यू विल गेट योर रिस्पॉन्स शीट. So make sure you are very alert while substituting the limits. On applying the limit y equal to 0, you got 1. So overall what answer you are getting is 1. So your B option is correct for this question number 1. Okay. So let's move to question number 2. Question number 2 that we have is the value of 0 to 1, then y to 1, x by x squared plus y squared dx dy. Okay, this is a question which you can do the way you want, because you know that here we have to integrate initially with respect to x, and even if we don't apply change of order of integration, we can solve it. This problem is going to be a substitution problem. We'll just consider x square is equals to t, and then this 2x dx is equals to dt. You can do it from there also, and then you will treat y as a constant. Fine. But during substitution, while keeping the limits, you can do any mistake. So this problem can also be solved with the help of change of order of integration. What we will do, we'll keep the limits. X is equals to y, x is equals to 1, then you have y is equals to 0 and y is equals to 1. Now what we will do, we will draw the region of integration. This is your y is equals to 0, then this is your x is equals to y. Here you have your y is equals to 1, and this is your x is equals to 1. So your region is bounded between the line y equal to 0, x is equals to 1. I think after the 3 lectures I took, now you are very well understanding how we are getting the region of integration. Even if it is not clear, just look at the limit. Y is from 0 to 1 and your x is from y to 1. So obviously this is the region. Now what we want? We want the limit of y in terms of x. So we will draw a strip which is parallel to what? parallel to y-axis. From where to where it is going? From 0 to x. And this is your 1 1. So on going from left to right, your x is going from where to where? From 0 to 1. So your y is going from 0 to x, and this is your x square plus y square. This became dy dx. Now we will integrate it initially with respect to y. So we will deal x as a constant. So here what formula we will get? 1 by x. This is going to be tan inverse y by x. This is your 0 to x dx. Okay, so this x got cancelled out, and this is going to be tan inverse. Once you will keep y is equals to x, you will get tan inverse 1, and then here you will be getting tan inverse 0. So your tan inverse 1 is pi by 4, tan inverse 0 is 0. So obviously what you will get over here? You will get x, you will apply limit 0 to 1, you will get 1. So answer is going to be pi by 4. So here is your answer for this question number 2. Very simple question, and even without applying change of order of integration also you can solve this question. Here is our question number 3, and what this question is all about we'll see. The value of 0 to 1, y to 1, x square e raised to the power xy dx dy is. Okay, we have to integrate this integral and we have to find out which option is correct. So as you can see, the limit of x is in terms of y. So we have to integrate initially with respect to x, but that is not possible. So what we will do? We will change the order. So your x is equals to y, x is equals to 1, y is 0 and y is 1. So we will just do what? We will draw our region of integration. This is your y is equals to 0. This is your x is equals to y. This is your x is equals to 1. And here you got your y equals to 1. So obviously this is our region of integration. And now what do we want? We want the limit of y in terms of x. So we will draw a strip which is parallel to what? Parallel to y-axis. It is going from where to where? From y is equals to 0 to y is equals to x. So your integration becomes from y equals to 0 to y is equals to x, and x from 0 to 1. Once you will go from left to right. This is x square e raised to the power xy. Then here you will get dy dx. Now once you will integrate it initially with respect to which variable? Y. You will deal x as a constant. So on integrating e raised to the power xy, you will get e raised to the power xy by x, and here from 0 to x dx. Fine. So what you are getting? 0 to 1. This is your x. Then once you will keep y is equal to x, you will get x square. Once you will keep y equal to 0, you will get 1. Fine. Again I am drawing that sign which I am calling as khatre ka nishan. Okay. So make sure you remember this, that you have to keep e raised to the power 0 1, not 0. कितना भी जल्दबाजी हो एग्जाम में, गलती नहीं करनी है हमको. ठीक है, अब हम इसे सॉल्व करेंगे. 0 to 1 x e raised to the power x square dx माइनस, फिर से क्या है? x dx है हमारे पास. सो दिस इज योर 0 to 1 x dx. अब यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे? सब्सटीट्यूशन लगा लेंगे. x स्क्वायर को t लेट कर लेंगे तो 2x dx क्या आ जाएगा? dt. लिमिट विल रिमेन सेम. So this is going to be e raised to the power t, and then you got dt by 2. यहाँ पे x square by 2 आ जाएगा. 0 to 1. ठीक है, 1 by 2 e raised to the power t. This is your 0 to 1 minus, here you will get 1 by 2. So this is 1 by 2 e. Then once you will keep t equal to 0, you will get 1 minus 1 by 2. तो आप देखो e by 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is your minus 1. So e minus 2 by 2 is going to be the answer. So just look at the options. E minus 2 by 2, which option is correct? Obviously B option is correct. Okay. So coming to the next question that we will be doing. Here is our question number 4. It says the value of the integral from 0 to pi by 2 and then from x to pi by 2 sin y by y dy dx. As you will look at the question, you will see that we have to integrate initially with respect to y, but it is not possible for us to integrate sin y by y. So what we will do? We'll change the order. So just write down the limits. Y is equals to x, y is equals to pi by 2. Then we got x is equals to 0 and we got x is equals to pi by 2. Okay. We will draw our region of integration. this is your x is equals to 0, then this is your y is equals to x, then here you got your x is equals to pi by 2 point, and this line is your y is equals to pi by 2 line. Okay, so obviously the region is going to be this one, because your limit of x is from 0 to pi by 2 and y is from x to pi by 2. Okay, so here what you have to do, you want to find out the limit of x in terms of y. You will draw a strip which is parallel to x axis. It is going from x is equal to 0 to x is equals to y. So now after changing, what integral you are getting from bottom to top. Once you will go, you will find out that your y is going from 0 to pi by 2 and your x is going from 0 to y. This is your sine y by y, then this is your dx dy. Now you will integrate initially with respect to what? With respect to x. So you will deal y as a constant. So here you are getting the limits. Okay, you are dealing y as a constant, so you will get x on integrating with respect to x. Now you will apply the limit from 0 to y. So obviously this y will get cancelled out, so you are getting 0 to pi by 2, and here you are getting sine y dy. Now you integrate it, you will get minus cos y, then from 0 to pi by 2, what will happen over here? Cos pi by 2 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. Obviously the answer is going to be 1. So which option is correct? C option is correct. Okay, let's go to question number 5. Question number 5 is the value of the integral y from 0 to infinity, and then your y is from 0 to x e raised to the power minus x square by y dy dx. Okay, so again we have to, okay, here just one mistake, this limit should be of x. Okay, because obviously both the limits cannot be of y. So this is the limit of x. So here what we have to do, we have to find out the value of this integral. So obviously we have to integrate initially with respect to y, because the limit of y is given in terms of x, but I cannot integrate e raised to the power minus x square by y. So what does this represent? That this problem is of change of order of integration. What I'll do, I'll keep the limits, then I'll draw the region of integration. So x is from 0 to infinity and your y is from 0 to x. So we'll just draw the region. This is your x is equals to 0, then this is your y is equals to x, this is your y is equals to 0, and somewhere I am supposing that this is our x is equals to infinity. So obviously this is going to be a region of integration, and this is not the bounded one, this is going to be an unbounded region. Fine. Why I am saying this? Because you just look at the limit, x is going from 0 to infinity. Here we have x is equal to 0, then x is equals to infinity. Y is going from bottom to top, that is from 0 to y is equal to x. So this is our region of integration. What we will do, we will draw a strip which is parallel to x axis, because we want to integrate initially with respect to x. Since this is an unbounded region, this strip will keep going like this, just like this x is equals to infinity is strip is going like this. Okay, so this is going from where to where? X is equals to y to x is equals to infinity. Okay, so what this integral will be? It is from x is equals to y to x is equals to infinity, and in the top you have, bottom you have y equals to 0, and obviously this is an unbounded region, so y will approach to where? Infinity. X e raised to the power minus x square by y, and here you have dx dy. Fine. Understand these questions very nicely, because this is the last session which I am taking on change of order of integration. Already I have given you a lot of the questions. Okay, if you are going to practice these many questions, trust me, in the exam if any question comes from change of order of integration, you will be very easily doing that question in the exam. Okay, but the point is you have to practice these many questions which I have given you in these sessions. Okay, so we have to integrate initially with respect to which variable? With respect to x. So what we will do? We will treat y as a constant. So here what we will do? We will consider x square is equals to t. Okay, because this is going to be a substitution problem. So 2x dx is going to be equals to dt. So what we will write down over here? Integral then your x dx is going to be equals to what? dt. Fine. And then here you will get e raised to the power minus t by y. Okay, why? Because you considered x square is equals to t, so it is going to be like this, and you will get 1 2 also in the denominator, then this is your dy. For the time being, do not keep the limits of the variable t. You can keep also, because when your x is y, your t is going to be y square. Okay, when your x is infinity, your t is also going to be infinity. Either way, the one way is that you just solve it and then convert it into x and apply the limit of x. Otherwise you can go like this also, you can keep it from y square to infinity also, there won't be any problem. Okay, so it was a substitution problem. X dx is equals to dt by 2, e raised to the power minus x square by is equals to e raised to the power minus t by y. Now we will solve it. So 0 to infinity. So once you will solve this with respect to which variable? T. What you will get? E raised to the power minus t by y, and in the denominator you will get minus 1 by y. 1 by 2 was already there, and the limit is from where to where? The limit of t is from y square to infinity, then this is your dy. Fine, I hope now this is understandable to you. What we will do now, we will keep the limits. So this is your 1 by 2 minus sign के साथ, then this is your minus y. Okay, we have already taken minus out, y, and then now you keep the limit of t infinity, so e raised to the power minus infinity is your 0, and once you will keep t is equal to y square by y is obviously what? Y. Okay, e raised to the power minus y it is going to be, and this is your dy. So what you are getting is 0 to infinity, this minus will also get adjusted, so y e raised to the power minus y dy. This is the value that we are getting overall. Okay, and this 1 by 2. Now अब जिन बच्चों ने, मैंने एक सेशन डाला था ट्रिक्स पे, जहाँ पे मैंने इंटीग्रल कैलकुलस की कुछ ट्रिक्स आपको बताई थी, जिन्होंने वो सेशन देखा है अब वो इस इंटीग्रेशन को बहुत आसानी से सॉल्व कर लेंगे, बाई पार्ट्स के पूरे 2-3 स्टेप आगे तक नहीं जाएंगे. जिन्होंने नहीं देखा है वो जाके देख लो, आपको मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, क्या करना है, ट्रिक सबको पता है. जिसको हमें बाई पार्ट्स में आइलेट के हिसाब से इंटीग्रेट करना होता है उसे हम एक बार इंटीग्रेट कर लेते हैं, जिसे डिफ्रेंशिएट करना होता है उसे एज इट इज़ रख देते हैं. इस कॉलम में हम इंटीग्रेशन चलाते जाते हैं, यहाँ डिफ्रेंशिएशन जब तक इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ वाई ना बने, एरो बनाते हैं, ऑल्टरनेट सिंबल स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम प्लस एंड स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम प्लस देन प्लस माइनस लाइक दिस, और इसी सिंबल के साथ इनको मल्टीप्लाई कर देते हैं. मतलब हमें क्या मिलेगा, प्लस के साथ मल्टीप्लाई हुआ ये दोनों, तो माइनस ई रेज टू द पावर माइनस वाई, देन माइनस साइन के साथ ये दोनों मल्टीप्लाई हुए तो ये, और अब लगानी है हमको क्या, लिमिट 0 टू इन्फिनिटी. नाउ वील सी व्हाट आंसर वी आर गेटिंग. सो माइनस बाहर कर देते हैं. ठीक है, वाई ई रेज टू द पावर माइनस वाई प्लस ई रेज टू द पावर माइनस वाई 0 टू इन्फिनिटी. यहाँ पे हमें थोड़ा सा समझना है. पहले वाले में अगर आप देखोगे वाई ई रेज टू द पावर माइनस वाई, आपको कुछ समझ नहीं आएगा. ओके, so what I'll do, I'll just give you explanation of this what is happening. तो इसका मतलब क्या है, हम क्या निकाल रहे हैं, लिमिट y टेंडिंग टू इन्फिनिटी पे y ई रेज टू द पावर माइनस वाई. तो ई रेज टू द पावर माइनस वाई विल गो टू 0 एंड y विल गो टू इन्फिनिटी, तो 0 इंटू इन्फिनिटी बन रहा है, जो कि ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. तो हम क्या करेंगे, हम इसको चेंज करेंगे इनडिटर्मिनेंट फॉर्म में, यानी वी विल कन्वर्ट इट इंटू इन्फिनिटी बाई इन्फिनिटी. और अब हम LH रूल लगा देंगे. कैसे, न्यूमरेटर को विद रिस्पेक्ट टू y डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे एंड डिनोमिनेटर को भी करेंगे. अब लिमिट लगाओ y टेंडिंग टू इन्फिनिटी पे, ई रेज टू द पावर y गोज टू इन्फिनिटी, 1 बाई इन्फिनिटी 0. इसका मतलब 0 आएगा जब हम इन्फिनिटी लगाएंगे. जब हम y की लिमिट 0 लगा रहे हैं, सो ऑब्वियसली 0 इंटू ई रेज टू द पावर 0 1, मतलब 0 इंटू 1 इज 0. यहाँ पे देखो इन्फिनिटी लगाए, ई रेज टू द पावर माइनस इन्फिनिटी इज 0, ई रेज टू द पावर 0 इज 1. So what answer you are getting is 1 by 2, because यहाँ पे एक minus 1 by 2 ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट है. तो बस ये वाला स्टेप जो था यहाँ पे वो समझने वाला था कि इन्फिनिटी लिमिट लगाएंगे तो कैसे हमें आंसर मिलेगा. तो आंसर क्या है हमारे पास, 1 by 2. सो विच ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट, ऑब्वियसली बी ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट. ठीक है, तो ये था हमारे पास क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 आज का. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 हमारे पास ये है। मैंने आपको एक दिन क्लास में बोला था कि इस तरीके का क्वेश्चन भी फ्रेम किया जा सकता है कि ऑर्डर चेंज करने पे हमारे पास वो इंटीग्रल में डाल देंगे कि ये फंक्शन है, ये फंक्शन है, तो आप फंक्शन बताओ, या उस फंक्शन के बीच में कोई रिलेशन पूछ लेंगे, वो बताओ. सो यू शुड नो to solve these questions also, because any type of question can be framed from this change of order of integration topic. So what this question is all about, they are saying if your y is from 0 to 1 and your x is from 0 to y plus 4 dx dy, so they changed the order. And how I got to know that they have changed the order? You just look at this, please. This is your dx dy, this is your dy dx, and this is your dy dx. So I got a notion, okay, they might have changed the order. But then I looked at one more thing. In this case, the limit of y was in real numbers and the limit of x is in terms of y. But once you will go to these integrals, you just see the limit of x is in real numbers and the limit of y is in terms of the x. So what did I understand from here? That obviously this problem is from change of order of integration. So after changing the order, what is going to be these g of x and h of x respectively? Fine. So and एक चीज़ और समझ आ रही है कि ऑर्डर चेंज करने के बाद ये जो इंटीग्रेशन है वो दो पार्ट्स में आया है, मतलब जो रीजन है दो पार्ट में स्प्लिट हुआ होगा. यानी हमने जो स्ट्रिप बनाई होगी किसके पैरेलल टू वाई एक्सिस, क्योंकि यहाँ पे वाई की लिमिट इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्स लिखी है, वो ऑब्वियसली एक कर्व से दूसरे कर्व पे जा रही है, तो वो दोनों कर्व सेम नहीं रह रहे होंगे थ्रू आउट द होल रीजन, कहीं ना कहीं वो कर्व चेंज हो रहे होंगे, इसलिए रीजन का डिवीजन हुआ है. तो अब हमारा पहला स्टेप क्या होगा, हम ये लिमिट्स को लिख लेंगे जो भी हमको दी हुई है. ठीक है. सो दिस वॉज योर वाई इज इक्वल्स टू 0 to 1 एंड देन वॉट यू आर हैविंग एक्स इज इक्वल टू 0 to y plus 4. x is equals to 0 to y plus 4. तो अब हम इस रीजन को पहले तो ड्रॉ करेंगे. ठीक है. दिस इज योर dx dy कि क्या हमको मिल रहा है. सो व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल जस्ट राइट डाउन द लिमिट्स. y is equals to 0, y is equals to 1, x is equals to 0, x is equals to y plus 4. ठीक है. एंड इनको हम ड्रॉ करने की कोशिश करेंगे. दिस इज आर x is equals to 0, दिस इज आर y is equals to 0. यहाँ पे देखो x is equals to y plus 4 है, इसका मतलब 4, 0 एंड 0, -4 से लाइन पास हो रही है, क्योंकि y इक्वल्स टू -4 मिलेगा जब हम x को 0 रखेंगे, एंड हमको क्या मिलेगा जब हम y को 0 रखेंगे तो x इज इक्वल्स टू 4 मिलेगा. तो ये लाइन कुछ ऐसे जा रही होगी, कौन सी, x इज इक्वल्स टू y प्लस 4, जहाँ पे ये अपना 4, 0 पॉइंट होगा एंड ये पॉइंट क्या होगा 0, -4. ठीक है. अब y इज इक्वल टू 1 लाइन भी गई है, तो y इज इक्वल्स टू 1 लाइन जो है वो कुछ ऐसे पास होगी यहाँ पे. ठीक है. दिस इज आर y इज इक्वल्स टू 1 लाइन. अब हमको रीजन समझना है. ठीक है. रीजन हाउ वी विल अंडरस्टैंड, विद द हेल्प ऑफ लिमिट्स ऑब्वियसली. हाउ, you just look at the limits. Your limit of y is from 0 to 1. So this is our bottommost point and this is topmost, because this is 0, 1, this is your 0, 0. So obviously y is going from 0 to 1. So they are talking about which region? This region. Y is from 0 to 1. And then they are saying that x is from 0 to y plus 4. So obviously they might have drawn a strip which is parallel to x axis. That is why they have got a strip. Limit of x is in terms of y. So this is going from where to where, left to right, x is equal to 0, and the rightmost the curve we have is x is equals to y plus 4. It means this is our region of integration. Now but we want to change the order. It means I want the limit of y in terms of x. So obviously I'll draw a strip which is parallel to y axis. But in this case what I am observing is that the curves are getting changed whenever I am shifting this strip parallel to y axis from one part of the region to the another part. And this place is taking place from which point? From your x is equals to 4. And obviously you have to find out this point also. So you will keep, when y is equal to 1 in this line, you are getting what? X is equals to 5. So 5, 1 point you are getting. 5, 1. So now you observe one thing. What thing you have been observing? That whenever your x is lying between where to where? Between 0 to 4. Anywhere you draw the strip in this region when x is lying between 0 to 4, your y is going from 0 to where? Y is equals to 1. Okay, obviously you can see it. Y is going from 0 to 1. And as your x shifts in the right side of x is equals to 4, that is from 4 to again rightmost part of the region is 5. Your y is going from where to where? From this line to this line. And what is this? Y is equals to x minus 4. This is your y is equals to 1. Okay, like this. So what is this? This is your y is going from where to where? From x minus 4 to your y is going 1. And that is why if you will see, they have changed the order. In the question they have already written from 0 to 4 when x is, your y is from 0 to 1. Okay, y is from 0 to 1 whenever your x is from 0 to 4, dy dx. And this is what we have written. Just check here. Whenever your x is from 0 to 4, your y is from 0 to 1. And next part, when your x is from 4 to 5, as they have mentioned, so we are also getting the same. What is the value of your y? Y is going from x minus 4 to 1, dy dx. And in the question they have said that this is your hx and this is your gx. Okay, so it means this is your hx and this is your gx. So your gx is x minus 4. Okay, your g of x is x minus 4 and your h of x is 1. अब यहाँ पे भी बच्चे गलतियाँ करेंगे. कैसे? यहाँ पे एक वर्ड का यूज़ किया है इन्होंने, रिस्पेक्टिवली. रेस्पेक्टिवली का मतलब क्या है? यहाँ पे इन्होंने g ऑफ x लिखा है, मतलब ऑप्शंस में हर जगह पहला फंक्शन जो लिखा है वो g ऑफ x है और दूसरा फंक्शन जो लिखा है हर जगह ऑप्शन में वो क्या है? h ऑफ x है. तो आपको इन चीज़ों पे भी ध्यान देना है. अब आपने ढूंढ तो लिया x माइनस 4 एंड 1, तो सी ऑप्शन भी करेक्ट हो सकता था आपके हिसाब से, बट देयर इज अ वर्ड दे हैव मेंशन्ड रिस्पेक्टिवली. इट मीन्स इन एनी ऑफ द ऑप्शन द फर्स्ट function they have written is representing what? g of x, and the second function they have written is representing what? h of x. So you are getting g of x is x minus 4. That is why your A option is correct in this case. Okay, so this was our question number 6. Now we will go to question number 7, which is the most important question, and you will get a different way of solving a question. Let's see how we will solve it. So this is our question number 7. They said evaluate 0 to pi by 2, pi by 2 to pi, sin x by x dx dy, and again the same function. So I just looked upon the question and I found that I cannot integrate sin x by x. So what should I do now? Now you have to observe the question, a very keenly manner. How? First you have to observe one thing, that in both the integrals, the function that we have to integrate is same. See, in the first integral also and in the second integral also, you have to integrate sin x by x only. And in both the integrations, you also observe one thing, that they are integrating it initially with respect to x and then later on with respect to y. That is why they have mentioned the limit of x is in terms of y. But then I observed one more thing. In this case, your y is from 0 to pi by 2, and in this case your y is from pi by 2 to pi. This is where I got a hint that it might be the case that they are representing the same region. How they are representing the same region? Because your y is going from 0 to pi by 2, then pi by 2 to pi. There is a continuity. So now what I'll do, I'll just draw the region. In any of the question, you do one thing, you just draw the region and then automatically you will understand what is happening in the question. So just write down the limit. Y is equals to 0 to y is equals to pi by 2. Here you have x is equal to pi by 2 and x is equals to pi. Then you have y is equals to pi by 2, y is equals to pi. Then x is equals to y and x is equals to pi. We will draw them and one by one we will see how this is taking place. Okay, so this is our first line, which is our y-axis. Then we will draw our x-axis. This is our x-axis, fine. Next what we will do, we will draw a line which is what? Which is our, x is equals to pi by 2 and we have line x is equals to pi. So we will draw two lines. This is our x is equals to pi by 2. Then we will draw one more line which is going to be our x is equals to pi. So they should be, in the equal unit distance, but it's okay. We'll consider them like this only. Fine. So next what we have to do, we have to draw a line which is our x is equals to y. So this is going to be our x is equals to y line. Next what we will do, we will draw a line which is y is equals to pi by 2, and then we have y is equals to pi. So obviously x is equals to pi by 2 line intersects y is equals to x at y is equals to pi by 2 only. So this is going to be our y is equals to pi by 2. Then we will draw a one more line which is what, y is equals to pi. Then we will get our answer. Okay, this is our y is equals to pi. Okay, fine. So now I'll just mention the names of these curves. So this was what line? This was our x is equals to 0. Okay, this is our y is equals to 0. This is our y is equals to pi by 2, and this is your x is equals to pi by 2. Then this is your x is equals to pi. You got y is equals to pi. This is your y is equals to x. Okay, all the lines we have drawn. So we know that this point of intersection is our pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Fine. This is going to be what? This is going to be obviously, because this is intersecting y is equals to x line, so they have to be like this. This is going to be your pi comma pi by 2. Okay, this is your pi comma pi. Now what we have to understand, we have to understand our region of integration. Okay, so how we will understand that? We will understand that with the help of the limits. In the first integral, you see your y is from 0 to pi by 2. Okay, your y is from 0 to pi by 2. What does it mean? That we are working over here. Your y is from 0 to pi by 2. Fine. Then they are saying your x is between pi by 2 to pi. So see, your y is from 0 to pi by 2 and your x is between pi by 2 to pi. What does it mean? This is our region of integration. Fine. This is our region of integration, the first integral. Now coming to the second integral, they are saying that our y is from pi by 2 to pi. This is our y is equals to pi by 2. This is our y is equals to pi. Okay, and then your x is between where to where? Left to right, y to pi. This is your x is equals to pi. It means this is the region of integration in the second integral. So what does it imply? That sin x by x is a function which is being integrated over this whole region. Which region? Which I am highlighting now with green color. See, on this overall region. So can you imagine one thing now, that they have, what they have done, they were integrating this integral with respect to x first. It means they were drawing a strip parallel to x axis. See, that is why the region was changing, the curves were changing. In the first, x was going from where to where? Pi by 2 to pi, and in the second your x was going from y to pi. So that is why it was getting complicated for us to solve. And now what we will do? We will do one thing. And what is that? We will draw a strip which is parallel to what? Parallel to y-axis. Because this is a complete one region. And now this is a single one region. यहाँ पे आप कहाँ से कहाँ जा रहे हो? y is equal to 0 से y is equals to x पे जा रहे हो. और ये स्ट्रिप आप इस पूरे रीजन में कहीं पे भी शिफ्ट करो, ये यहीं से यहीं तक जा रही है. कहाँ से कहाँ? 0 to x. और लेफ्ट टू राइट जाओगे तो x कहाँ से कहाँ गया हुआ है? पाई बाई 2 to pi. एंड यहाँ क्या हो जाएगा? dy dx, क्योंकि हमने ऑर्डर चेंज कर दिया है. तो इस क्वेश्चन से क्या सीखने को मिला? हमेशा ऐसा नहीं होगा कि एक इंटीग्रल है उसको आप चेंज ऑफ ऑर्डर ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन अप्लाई करो तो वो दो इंटीग्रल तीन इंटीग्रल में स्प्लिट होगा. इट कैन ऑल्सो बी द केस कि दो इंटीग्रल्स जो लिखे हैं वो मर्ज होके एक सिंगल इंटीग्रेशन में कन्वर्ट हो जाएं विद द हेल्प ऑफ चेंज ऑफ ऑर्डर ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन. जो क्वेश्चन अभी 2 मिनट पहले हमसे सॉल्व भी नहीं हो रहा था, अब देखो उस क्वेश्चन में कुछ रह ही नहीं गया. पाई बाई 2 to pi, एक्स रख दो. अब हम क्या करेंगे? एक्स को वी विल डील एज अ कॉन्स्टेंट, इंटीग्रेट करेंगे विद रिस्पेक्ट टू वाई. नाउ यू कैन सी वन थिंग दैट योर एक्स विल गेट कैंसल्ड आउट. क्या मिलेगा? पाई बाई 2 to pi and you have sin x dx. Okay, so now what you will get? Minus cos x. Then here you are getting pi by 2 to pi. Your cos pi is -1 and your cos pi by 2 is 0. आंसर क्या आ गया? 1. तो इतना बड़ा इंटीग्रेशन जो लिखा था, जो हमसे सॉल्व नहीं हो रहा था, एक्चुअल में उसका आंसर कितना आया, 1 आया. दिस वॉज द most important question of today's session. Why? Because this question gives an idea that always an integration doesn't split into 2 or 3 parts. It might also be the case that 2 or 3 integrations are merging into the single integration with the help of the change of order of integration. Okay, so all of you keep this question with you, because anytime any type of question can be framed in the exam, so you should be better prepared for it. Okay, let's do one more question. So the question number 8 that we have to solve is, x is given from 0 to 4 and then your y is from root 4 minus x to we have 2, then e raised to the power y cube, we have dy dx. Okay, you also just remember one thing, the questions which we are doing right now, they are more than sufficient. अब तक आपने देखा होगा हमने बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस कर लिए. पहली क्लास में हमने सिर्फ क्वेश्चंस में लिमिट्स निकालना सीखा था ऑर्डर चेंज करने पे, फिर हमने कुछ क्वेश्चंस देखे चेंज ऑफ ऑर्डर पे, देन हमने PYQs देखे. सो इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट दिस टॉपिक इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और जितने क्वेश्चन हमने यहाँ पे किए, अगर आप उतने ही प्रैक्टिस कर लोगे, एग्जाम में आपका इस टॉपिक से तो क्वेश्चन नहीं जाएगा. और अब थोड़ा सा हम स्पीड में आएंगे, क्योंकि अभी यहाँ पे हमें एरिया फिनिश करना है, देन हमें चेंज ऑफ वेरिएबल फिनिश करना है, लेबनीज रूल जिससे हर साल एक क्वेश्चन आता है वो भी कवर करना है. ओके, तो कल आपको एक सेशन मिलेगा लेबनीज रूल पे, उसको तो पूरा ही देखना. एक ही सेशन में मैं पूरा लेबनीज रूल पढ़ाऊंगी, बिकॉज एवरी ईयर दे आस्क अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम लेबनीज ऑल्सो. ओके, सो ओके, दैट वी विल सी लेटर ऑन. लेट्स कम टू दिस क्वेश्चन. What does this question says? That we have to find out the value of this integral. So what we are observing, that here we have to integrate initially with respect to y, because the limit of y is in terms of x, but we cannot integrate e raised to the power y cube. It simply means what? That this question is from change of order of integration. Now what we will do? We will just write down the limits and try to draw our region of integration. So this is y is equals to 2 and y is equals to root 4 minus x. Once you will look at this curve, this is actually what? This is your parabola. And which kind of parabola? You can get it from here. Okay, so let me just draw it. So this is your x is equals to 4 comma 0. That is, this point is your vertex 4 comma 0. And on which point it is, intersecting with the y-axis. So you will keep your x is equal to 0. So you are getting y as plus minus 2. So this is what? This is your 0 comma 2 and this is your 0 comma minus 2. Then you also want a line, x is equals to 0, then x is equals to 4, you want a line. So let me just draw a line. X is equal to 4 will obviously pass through the vertex. Fine. So this one is your x is equals to 4 line. And what next? Y is equals to 2 also they are saying as a line. So obviously it will go from where? From this point. This one. This became our y is equals to 2. Now we have to choose our region of integration. So we will obviously take help of what? Our limits. Your x is between 0 to 4. It means here x is from 0 to 4. Fine. Then they are saying y is from root 4 minus x to y is equals to 2. They gone from left to right, 0 to 4. Then y from this parabola to this what? To this line y is equals to 2. It means this is going to be a region of integration. What we have to do now? We want to integrate initially with respect to x. So we want what? We want the limit of x is in terms of y. So if you will calculate your x from here, what you are getting? 4 minus y square, right? You shift this x this side and y square this side. So your x is going from where to where? From 4 minus y square to, what is this? Oh, just give me 1 minute. Yeah, it was a mistake. We want the limit of x in terms of y, so we will draw a strip parallel to x axis. Okay, yeah, sorry for the mistake. We want a strip which is parallel to which axis? X axis. Then only we will get the limit of x in terms of y. So here is your x, and what is it? It is 4 minus y square, and at this point this is your x is equal to 4. So what it is going to be? It is from x is equals to 4 minus y square to 4, and then you will go from where to where? From bottom to top. bottom you have y is equal to 0 and at the top you have y is equals to 2. This is your e raised to the power y cube, then this is your dx dy. Fine. Now we just have to integrate this integral, and this is what we will do. We'll integrate initially with respect to which variable? With respect to x, treating y as a constant. So this is your 4 minus y square and this is your 4. Then this is dy. What you are getting? 0 to 2 e raised to the power y cube. Now you see, once you will apply your limit, 4 minus, then 4 minus y square, 4 will get cancelled out and you will get y square. So now we have to solve it. This is 0 to 2, then y square e raised to the power y cube dy. I hope this was the same. Y square e raised to the power y cube. Fine. What we will do? This is a substitution problem. We'll keep y cube as t. So 3y square dy is equals to dt. And limit of t is going to be from where to where? From 0 to 8. Because when y is 0, your t is 0. When y is 2, your t is 8. So this is going to be e raised to the power t. Then y square dy is going to be dt by 3. So what we are getting? 1 by 3 e raised to the power t. Then we have 0 to 8. This is your 1 by 3 e raised to the power 8 minus e raised to the power 0 is 1. So this is the answer for this question which I solved just now. Fine. Now I'll give one question as a homework to all of you, and then I'll see how many of you will answer, because I have observed one thing. All of you watch the lecture but none of you give the answer in the comment box. But I don't get the reason why this is happening. Either you are afraid of giving your answers, whether they are right or wrong, or you don't want to give. And you don't want to solve any question. What do you want? Ma'am, you just solve and I'll keep watching. I don't know what is happening with all of you, because you people are not answering the questions. But no problem. It's my duty to give something to you to solve it as a homework, so that's I'm giving you. So in this case, your x is from 1 by 4 to 1, and then your y is from square root of x minus x square to root x. This is your x square minus y square, and then you have x square. This is your dy dx. Okay, this is your root x minus x square. Try to solve this question with the help of change of order of integration. Okay, so all of you try to solve it and give me the answer in the comment box. So that's it for today's session. Now we will be meeting tomorrow with a new topic, which will be Leibniz rule, one of the very important topic. Thank you so much.